Hey everybody, it's Jason O'Phil here, and before we get started today, I just want to remind you, you can always like my Facebook page, which I need to update like drastically. You can always follow me on the Instagram, which is a lot of fun, and if you like these videos and you have a lot of fun, you can subscribe to this channel. And I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Tim at Superbad Action Figures in the City of Industry for today's review. I actually went to Frank & Sons, which is kind of like a warehouse where they sell a lot of collectibles, almost like the Comic-Con sales floor that you experience, because somebody told me they sold Hot Toys there. There are two vendors that sell Hot Toys. One that is licensed and affiliated with Sideshow Collectibles, and another one that is not. I went to the one that wasn't first. I had a really bad customer service experience, and I work in customer service, so when you're rude to Jason, Jason remembers. But then I had a really good customer service experience at Superbad Action Figures with Tim. And because I was able to see the action figure in person that we're going to be reviewing today, I made the choice to buy it, all because I had a good customer service experience with Tim, all because Tim loves the 1/6 scale line just as much as I do and loves Star Wars and collecting and collectors, and because he's affiliated with Sideshow Collectibles, I felt really comfortable making my transaction. So if you call this number right here on the screen, ask for Tim, tell him Jason O'Phil sent you. He's going to take just as good care of you as he took care of me. And on to our review today, which is for, wait for it, Captain Phasma MMS 328, as made by Hot Toys from Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, otherwise known as Where's Luke Skywalker. Now, before we get to the review, we need to take care of some things. Y'all need to get your heads out of the gutter. Here she is, Captain Phasma, as made by Hot Toys, as seen in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Now look, I have been on all the forums for the last week, way before I even bought her, reading all the people that are having various issues with this particular Hot Toy. So we're gonna go over them really quick. Is her articulation difficult? Guess what? Yes, it is. It's just as difficult as the other First Order Stormtroopers and the original trilogy Stormtroopers. You have to remember, it is a body that has one rubber suit, two rubber suits, metal armor put on top of it. So of course she's going to be a little tight when you get her out of the box. But if you're patient, you work with her, you get it going, guess what happens? She loosens up, and then you can pose her any way you want. I personally chose her signature pose because Captain Phasma in Star Wars Episode 7 does nothing. She really doesn't. Like, you know, I have the gloves on because I had to get her out of the trash compactor. Sorry, boo-boo. I do understand what people are saying, and I do take into regard the fact that people are having a really difficult time posing her. These toys are really made for museum poses. They're not made for really, you know, far out poses. They are expensive, number one, and also they're plastic. I would much rather have her in a signature pose that I know will stand the test of time than have some ridiculous weird pose where over time, A, her paint might chip, and B, her rubber might tear. So I'm okay with this. The other complaint I've seen from a lot of people is they don't like the fact that she's chrome painted. First of all, that doesn't make any sense to me. If she was die cast, she'd be $100 more, and you'd all be losing your minds that she was too expensive. The fact that she's chrome painted and the chrome paint job is really amazing should make you happy. I think the paint job is superb. One of the best I've seen on a robotic Hot Toy figure. She's robotic, people. If you do notice, she has C-3PO hands. What's that about? Is she human? Did she have both of her hands cut off by a Jedi Knight? Was it Luke Skywalker? Or is she really just a droid playing dress up? Another little piece of Star Wars history, if you didn't know, her outfit is actually made from the hull of the Emperor's Imperial shuttle. That's called devotion to the Emperor, baby. Another complaint that I've seen on the forums is people don't like her height. They say she's too short. She's 13 inches. I don't understand. Gwendolyn Christine, who plays her, is like 6'4" in real life. So she's actually height accurate for the film. I don't know why we're complaining. Another thing that I love is her cape. Now, I've heard a lot of people also say that it's a little bit too difficult. I just wet it with a little bit of water and I was able to pose it the way I wanted. I love the little imperfections how the cape looks like it's been dragged all over the place. It's covered with kind of mud splatter. It also has some tears here and there because obviously she doesn't care about her look. She doesn't come with a lot of accessories. She comes with various hands. She comes with a gun. That's basically all we ever see her with, so she doesn't need to come with more. What she is, though, is pretty flippin' awesome. She was one of my favorite episode 7 characters when the first trailer came out. I was super excited about her. Yes, I know the movie kind of let us down upon her origins, but you have to remember, she is going to be in the next movie, and according to everything that they've said, she's gonna be pretty much badass. If you are doing the Force Awakens line, I think she is a must-have in a collection. If you're only collecting the Stormtroopers, she's a must-have in that collection because she's essentially a really big Stormtrooper. But all in all, I highly recommend her, and I highly recommend, once again, going through Superbad action figures because I had a really good customer service experience and I can't talk about it enough. When it comes to certain Hot Toys, when it comes to the Stormtroopers or the Iron Men in the Hot Toys line, there's really not a lot to go over other than to say whether they work or not as action figures. I think that Captain Phasma is a really cool action figure, and I'm really happy that I've included her inside my Star Wars line. I think she looks really awesome, standing behind Finn in her signature traitor, and we have another traitor over there pose, and I'm really happy that I have her as part of my collection. So I'm going to give her a 9 out of 10. You might think that's a little high. I don't. I think for what she comes with, for the price, for the quality, she's pretty much perfection and worth the admission. For the people that are complaining that Hot Toys are getting a little bit too expensive, I don't know what to tell you. 10 years ago, I could go see a movie on Saturday night for $9. Now I can't go see a movie on a Saturday night for anything under $20. So it's just the cost of living. And at the same time, I think Hot Toys has kept their costs down. You have to think about it. They could go to full silicone bodies, people, so you don't have the rubber fading and tearing over time. And that would add an additional of about $150 to your action figure, and then everybody would just lose their mind. Well, everybody, I'm Jay Snowfill. Don't forget, you can always like this Facebook page that I don't know why I don't update it. Jesus, I'm lazy. You can always follow me on Instagram, or if you have fun with these videos, you can subscribe to this channel. Here, wherever the subscribe button is, it's somewhere. Just do it. And don't forget, it doesn't matter who you are or what you are. The one thing we have in common is we're all nerds, and that's kind of awesome. I'll see you guys next time.